Good morning. Welcome to News for Hearing Impaired. I am Anil Thomas. With me, Manisha, this morning. First up, the headlines. Domestic flights resume after 2 months of lockdown on Monday. 532 flights flew on the first day. Strict SOPs and guidelines in place at airports and within planes. Andhra Pradesh will resume domestic flights operations from today. Meanwhile, West Bengal will resume operations from May 28th. Shramik Express trains for migrant labourers continues. Ministry of Railways has so far transported more than 40 lakh people through Shramik trains. Gujarat, Maharashtra, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi run the highest number of trains. Union Railway Minister appeals to states for cooperation. Prime Minister continues to hold talks with world leaders on coronavirus pandemic. Talks to Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and UAE Crown Prince Mohamed bin Zayed. Wishes them Eid Mubarak. Thanks UAE for support to Indian nationals there. Battle against COVID-19 continues. 57,720 patients have recovered and have been discharged. Recovery rate in the country rises to 41.57%. 77,103 active cases, 4,021 deaths reported. Worldwide, the number of coronavirus infection exceeds 54,71,000. Death toll near 3.5 lakh. Brazil and Russia follow United States in the number of infections. WHO halts the trial of hydrochloroquine over safety fears. COVID death toll in the most affected country, USA, has now crossed 98,000. UK all set to reopen thousands of shops in easing of national lockdown. Foreign visitors to Spain will no longer have to undergo a 2-week quarantine from July 1st. And summer heat sears in most parts of north and central India as Indian Meteorological Department issues red warning till May 28th. Peak intensity forecasted for today. And now for the stories in detail. After over 60 days, domestic passenger air services resumed across the country on Monday, bringing much cheer to the aviation industry. Strict protocols are in place to make travel safe from both the health and security perspectives. Many flights were cancelled to destinations that are still reluctant to open air services. A restricted number of flights operated from Mumbai. Masks, sanitizers, PPEs, all added to safety of passengers and personnel who maintain social distance at the airport. The airport check-in process, boarding pass and security check were done without any physical contact. Airports and airlines have never been more sanitized, but this may well become a norm until the threat of COVID goes away. The Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri tweeted that with 532 flights and 39,231 passengers on Monday, action has returned to Indian skies. The Government of India announced last week that domestic air service would be resumed from May 25th under certain guidelines. States like Maharashtra, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu have shown reluctance to allow them to restart. Others, including Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Bihar, Punjab, Assam and Andhra Pradesh, announced their own quarantine protocols for passengers arriving at the airports. Some states have even decided to keep passengers in institutional quarantine corners, while most others have enforced home quarantine. Indian Railways has operationalized 3,060 Shramik special trains till May 25th across the country. More than 40 lakh passengers have been transported to their home states through Shramik special trains in the last 25 days. On 24th of May, 237 Shramik special trains transporting 3.1 lakh passengers. The top 5 states and union territories where the maximum trains originated are Gujarat with 853 trains, Maharashtra with 550 trains, Punjab with 333 trains, Uttar Pradesh with 221 and Delhi with 181 trains. The congestion witnessed in the railway network on the 23rd and 24th of May is over. It had occurred due to the convergence of more than two-thirds rail traffic on routes to Bihar and Uttar Pradesh and late clearance of the terminal due to health protocols that needed to be complete by state authorities. The matter was resolved through active consultation with state governments and also finding other feasible routes for the journey. In addition to Shramik specials, railways are running 30 pairs of special trains connecting New Delhi from the 12th of May and plans to start 200 more timetable trains from the 1st of June. The second phase of Vande Bharat mission bringing back stranded Indians from Gulf countries will begin today. 8 flights will be operating from the UAE on the first day today. Over 1,300 passengers are expected to fly back to India in these flights. Approximately 140 flights from Gulf countries are scheduled in this phase till the 8th of June. Maximum number of flights are scheduled from the UAE. A list of 57 flights have been declared as of now from Dubai and another 26 flights from Abu Dhabi. These flights are expected to fly back more than 23,000 stranded and distressed Indians abroad. Union HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has announced that CBSE will conduct the pending Class 12 board exams at 15,000 centers across the country instead of the 3,000 centers planned earlier. The exams, which were postponed due to a nationwide lockdown imposed on March 25th to contain the spread of COVID-19, will now be held from the 1st of July to the 15th. The decision has been taken to ensure social distancing at exam centers and minimize travel for students. The HRD ministry has also announced that students will appear for exams at schools in which they have enrolled rather than external examination centers. According to the Home Ministry guidelines, there will be no exam center in COVID-19 containment zones and states will be responsible for making transport arrangements for students to reach their respective exam centers.
सीबीएसई की जो 1 जुलाई से और 15 जुलाई के बीच होने वाली वो परीक्षाएं जो छूट गई थी वो परीक्षाएं होंगी और क्योंकि जो परिस्थितियां इस समय पूरे देश और दुनिया में चल रही हैं उन परिस्थितियों को देखते हुए अपने छात्र की सुरक्षा को मद्देनजर देखते हुए हम लोगों ने निर्णय लिया है कि छात्र को दूसरे केंद्र पर न जाना पड़े, वो अपने ही स्कूल में अब अपनी परीक्षाओं को देगा। ये लगभग यदि उसको दूसरे केंद्रों पर जाना पड़ता तो ये 5,500 केंद्र थे, अब जो बढ़ करके 12,000 से 15,000 के बीच हो जाएंगे ताकि उसको अपने ही स्कूल में बिना किसी दबाव के, बिना किसी तनाव के वो अच्छे से अपने स्कूल में परीक्षा दे सकता है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday conveyed Eid-ul-Fitr greetings to Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The Prime Minister thanked the Crown Prince for the cooperation extended to Indian citizens in the United Arab Emirates. In a tweet, Prime Minister Modi said, and I quote, conveyed Eid-ul-Fitr greetings to His Highness Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan and the friendly people of UAE, thanked him for the cooperation extended to Indian citizens in UAE. India-UAE cooperation has grown even stronger during the COVID-19 challenge. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke on phone with Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh Prime Minister. Prime Minister Modi conveyed greetings on Eid-ul-Fitr to the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and the people of Bangladesh. The two leaders shared their assessment of the damage caused by cyclone Amphan in both countries. The leaders also discussed the COVID-19 pandemic situation and the ongoing collaboration between the two countries in this regard. Prime Minister Modi reaffirmed India's support to Bangladesh in addressing these challenges. Well, now we take a look at the COVID impact on India. The active COVID-19 cases across the country rose to 77,103 with 57,720 recoveries and 4,021 fatalities reported. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Delhi continue to be the worst affected states in the country. Tirupur district in Tamil Nadu, which is famous for its woven fabric production globally, has once again attracted worldwide attention. The manufacture of face masks in Tirupur meets the needs of a group whose needs have been ignored in the midst of the epidemic. The owner of the mask making factory said he was thinking of doing something for the Divyangs. He also got approval from the government to make a special type of mask for the Divyangs. As a part of the pilot project, 81,000 masks is being distributed to nearly 13,500 persons with disabilities as well as their parents, other close family members, caregivers, classmates and teachers. This mask will prove to be very useful for the Divyangs. Narendra Modi government is due to complete the first year of its second term in office on May 30th. On this occasion, BJP workers will organize virtual rallies across the country and carry a letter penned by the Prime Minister about his resolve to make Atmanirbhar Bharat to 10 crore families. There will be a number of programs including 150 press conferences in media centers across the country within a week. Modi government's COVID-19 related efforts, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and the 20 lakh crore economic package will be the highlights of these programs. BJP workers will also distribute face masks on the occasion. Air Force is all set to operationalize the second squadron of the Made in India LCA or Tejas at Sulur near Coimbatore. The number 18 squadron, codenamed Flying Bullets, will be equipped with the Tejas fighter jets in the FOC or the final operational clearance configuration. The number 18 squadron was formed on the 15th of April 1965 with the motto Tivra aur Nirbhaya and used to fly MiG-27 aircraft before it got number plated or decommissioned on April 15, 2016. The squadron was restructured on April 1st this year at Sulur. The squadron actively participated in the 1971 war with Pakistan and was decorated with the highest gallantry award, Paramveer Chakra. It was awarded to Flying Officer Nirmaljit Singh Sheikh posthumously and hence earned the Squadron of the Defenders of Kashmir Valley. The squadron was presented with President's Standard in November 2015. Tejas is an indigenous fourth-generation tailless compound delta-wing aircraft with a fly-by-wire flight control system, integrated digital avionics, multi-mode radar, and its structure is made out of composite material. It is the lightest and smallest in the group of fourth-generation supersonic combat aircraft. The National Crisis Management Committee or the NCMC under Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba on Monday met again for the fifth time to review the ongoing coordination efforts and restoration measures in the cyclone Amphan hit areas of West Bengal. A sum of 1,000 crores has already been released to the state government after the announcement made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who made an aerial survey and reviewed the relief efforts with the West Bengal government. Chief Secretary of West Bengal thanked the centre for the support provided for relief and restoration. While telecom connectivity has been restored in most areas, damages to the local power distribution network has affected the restoration of complete supply in some areas. Noting the progress made in the restoration work, Cabinet Secretary advised that complete power connectivity, telecom service and drinking water supplies need to be restored on a priority basis. Central agencies are ready to provide any further assistance that may be required by the state. Adequate stocks of food grains have also been kept ready for supply based on the demand from the state. Ministry of Home Affairs will soon be sending a central team to assess the damages. The World Health Organization has warned world nationals that there can be an immediate second peak of COVID-19 if lockdown measures are withdrawn too soon. Mike Ryan, the head of the WHO Emergencies Program, in a press briefing said that countries had to work to ensure that there is no immediate second peak of the virus. He added that countries would have to put in place a comprehensive strategy to ensure a downward trajectory of cases of COVID-19. Neighbors Nepal have reported the fourth death due to COVID-19. According to the Ministry of Health and Population swab sample of a 70-year-old patient who had died on the 17th of May tested positive for COVID-19. Meanwhile, 79 more persons tested positive on Monday, taking the total number to 682. On a positive side, 25 people have been cured and discharged from various hospitals of the country on Monday. There are now 566 active cases, while 112 people have recovered. 4 persons have died due to COVID-19 so far. Currently, 46,029 people are under quarantine and 566 persons are kept in isolation across the country. All 7 provinces of the Himalayan nation are affected by COVID-19. Sri Lankan government has said it will review the process of repatriating Sri Lankans stranded abroad, as around 80 returnees were found to have contracted COVID-19. The move came as 22 out of the 42 who tested positive on Monday and 49 out of the 52 who tested positive on Sunday are returnees from Kuwait. Similar trend has been seen in returnees from other Middle East countries, including UAE, where a majority of Sri Lankan expats are employed. Director General of the Health Services, Dr. Anil Jaisinghe, said that the government will review the frequency of bringing Sri Lankans back from overseas. He said that with the latest development, it is likely that there will be a gap between flights bringing down Sri Lankans so that the authorities have time to deal with the returnees more closely. A total of 477 patients are currently under medical care, while the number of recoveries in the country stand at 695 out of a total of 1,182 cases. 10 persons have died due to the virus, with the latest death reported of a returnee female from Kuwait who was undergoing quarantine. There are over 1 million Sri Lankan nationals employed abroad, and several have become unemployed due to COVID crisis. The World Health Organization, that's WHO, on Monday said that it will temporarily drop hydroxychloroquine from its global study into experimental COVID-19 treatments, saying that its experts need to review all available evidence to date. WHO Director General Tejas has once again said that in light of a paper published last week in The Lancet that showed people taking hydroxychloroquine were at the higher risk of death and heart-related problems, and there would be a temporary pause on the hydroxychloroquine arm of its global clinical trial. Other treatments in the trial, including the experimental drug Remdesivir and a HIV combination therapy are still being tested. Scores of Colombian migrants, tourists and students remain stranded in Sao Paulo International Airport in Brazil due to the lockdown over COVID-19. Even as these stranded travelers hope to return home, other countries are imposing restrictions on travel from Brazil as it became the world's #2 hotspot for COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, Brazil surpassed United States in daily coronavirus-related death toll. Brazil for the first time recorded fatalities higher than United States over the last 24 hours. The country registered more than 23,470 deaths so far, with around 3,74,900 infections being reported. Spain has announced its borders will be open to tourists from July 1st. The government has decided to lift a 2-week mandatory confinement for all travelers arriving from overseas starting July 1st. The world's second most visited nation closed its doors and beaches in March to handle the COVID-19 pandemic, imposing a 2-week quarantine on overseas visitors. Spain Prime Minister has already announced over the weekend that his nation was ready to welcome some foreign visitors in July. Britain, meanwhile, will reopen thousands of high street shops, department stores and shopping centres next month. It will set out a timetable for businesses as part of the move to ease the COVID-19 lockdown. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that from June 1st, outdoor markets and car showrooms could be reopened as soon as they are able to meet the COVID-19 secure guidelines. All other non-essential retail are also to be opened from June 15th if the government's tests are met. The California Department of Public Health said that businesses and churches, synagogues and mosques can reopen. They can open at 25% occupancy capacity and with other restrictions in place. Places of worship in California that were closed under the COVID-19 containment rules in the United States may now open. The new rules come amid a time of mounting pressure to state lawsuits from churches and protests. President Donald Trump stressed upon reopening of churches in America to get back to work. But under the new rules, business owners and religious leaders have to wait for approval from the county head officials before reopening of shops. The global pandemic has killed nearly 1 lakh people in the United States alone.
I don't care what they say again. This church is not my church, it's God's church.
Coronavirus has transformed our lives into a new normal. In northern France, family members of an elderly people living in care homes can now meet them with the help of a giant transparent plastic bubble. This innovation is helping residents and their loved ones to be physically in touch again, while also maintaining social distancing in order to avoid the spread of COVID-19. France has so far registered more than 1,83,067 COVID-19 related cases, with around 28,460 deaths being reported from the European nation. The country recorded its highest temperature of 47.6 degrees Celsius in the last 2 days. After rising temperatures in many parts of North India, the Met Office has issued a red alert for the next 2 days in Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh and Rajasthan. According to the Met Department, the temperatures can reach 47 degrees Celsius in the next 2 to 3 days. The Met Office has also issued an orange alert for a heat wave for eastern Uttar Pradesh. However, it also says that due to the wind blowing from the east, the temperatures may start dropping from May 28th. Day temperatures rose appreciably over Varanasi, Faizabad and Lucknow divisions, including national capital New Delhi. The weathermen have forecast dry weather and warned of heat wave at isolated places over the next few days. Nagpur recorded the highest temperature of 46.8 degrees. Ayanagar in the capital Delhi recorded 45.6 degrees, while Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh was 46.3 degrees. On Sunday, the temperature soared to 47.4 degrees in Churu in Rajasthan.
28 में कम, 29 में ज़्यादा कम होगा, 29 में हीट वेव जाएगा दिल्ली से। 29 तारीख को हमारा जो फोरकास्ट है 29 को रेन, थंडरस्टॉर्म, डस्ट स्टॉर्म का स्पेल शुरू हो रहा है। 30 को भी रहेगा, 30 में बढ़ रहा है, 1 में और बढ़ रहा है, बट 29 को शुरू हो रहा है। और जो विंड है ना, ये जो हीट वेव है वो पश्चिमी हवा आने से हुआ है, वो पश्चिम है, जब तक जारी रहेगा हीट वेव रहेगा, क्योंकि राजस्थान वो जो डिजर्ट एरिया है वहीं से आ रहा है, वो यही ही हीट वेव करता है। लेकिन बाद में 28 आफ्टरनून को वो पूर्व से आ रहा है, जो बे ऑफ बंगाल से आ रहा है, जैसे पहले था। तो वो बे ऑफ बंगाल से जब पूर्व से आएगा तो टेम्परेचर तो डाउन होगा, क्योंकि वो ठंड लेके आता है।
Also, people in Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat are experiencing torrid times and facing difficulty in stepping out due to the extreme heat wave conditions. Meanwhile, the monsoon onset over Kerala this year is likely to be in the first week of June and expected to arrive in North India by the end of June. In Northeast, heavy to very heavy rainfall with extremely heavy spells is very likely to pummel isolated places in Assam and Meghalaya during the next 24 hours. Thunderstorms accompanied with lightning is likely at isolated segments of West Bengal, Kerala, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Karaikal during this particular period. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.